Hey everyone, I have my boy Anubis with me today as we talk about 5 things that you should consider doing now if you're looking at getting into breeding ball pythons or any reptile. So stick around. I'm Jack. This is Python Addiction. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. Again, I have my boy Anubis here with me. He's just kind of chilling out as we talk about 5 different things that I've learned that I think are very important for anyone that is considering getting into reptile breeding in general, ball python breeding specifically, since that's what I do specifically. But these apply to a broader spectrum of things as well. But the number one thing that I think that anyone who is considering getting into breeding should do is establish a name for yourself. And what I mean by establish a name for yourself is actually think about it. Put some thought process behind what you would like your business name to be, or what you want people to know you as. Do you want people to know you as Kazam Morphs, as an example? If that's what you want to be, then get that out there. Making sure that you actually get a DBA, a doing business as license. If that's something like here in the United States, that's a very common thing to get. I'm not sure outside of the U.S. what the general laws are, but do your research and get yourself established. Getting a doing business as or a DBA is essentially a legal alias. So you can do business, or you can conduct and identify yourself as that entity or as that name in conjunction with yourself. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're starting your business right off the bat, but it gives you a foundation. And that's what you want, is a foundation. The next thing that I think that you should do, on top of establishing yourself with an actual business name, is securing a domain name. And this is a hit and miss. Some people think that you don't need a domain name in today's day. I think you do. I think that regardless of if you have a website itself, the domain name is important because it establishes a certain extra presence. Because people are going to research you when it comes to the time that you actually start providing babies and offspring to be able to sell. If you're doing the reptile breeding, people are going to try to figure out who you are and everything like that in the industry, and they're going to research that kind of stuff. And having a domain name is a very key component, because that can quickly identify your business, and it can forward to something like what I'm going to suggest in number 3 here is your social media. You can have that domain name that you have established for yourself go to your Facebook account or go to your Instagram account, to where it's a way of linking everything so people can find you. And that is essentially the whole topic, or the whole aspect of what I'm trying to convey, is tools and methods of making sure that people can find out who you are and find you quickly. If you're trying to sell a snake via one of the Facebook groups, or if that's how you're doing it, or if you're on Morph Market, or however you're looking at getting yourself known. Say you're going to a show and it's one of the very first shows that you're going to. People might not know who you are. They might look you up. So it's a good way to have that kind of stuff established. Setting up your social media, like I said, is number 3. That's making sure to go to Facebook and setting up a page, which is completely free, that is also tied to the business name that you set up in step number 1. And using things like Instagram. I don't use Twitter, but I do have a Twitter handle for Python Addiction already established. I just don't use it. I'm not a big Twitter fan, so there's a certain level of, I'll do Instagram on occasion, I'll do the YouTube, obviously, and I do Facebook, but there's an extent. So you can put yourself wherever you want in the social media aspect of things, but you still want to set things up so you're not trying to fumble with getting your name, say 3 years down the road when you're actually finally producing offspring. You want to get that stuff done sooner than later. And this leads into number 4, setting up things like Morph Market to where you're already established on their platform right now. And that's also important because you can actually see when a business was first established on Morph Market's site. If you establish yourself now, maybe you haven't had anything to list, but you get yourself on there now, so you already have a history when it comes to you actually listing things, people looking at buying things. It's there for them to see that it's not like you just started your profile 2 months ago. You're already there, you're already established. You can go through and just immediately start to list once you produce accordingly. And number 5, be active and share things. I share once a week on this platform using YouTube the different videos, the different animals that I produce and that I have in my collection. I share. That's what you should be doing as well, is even if you're not breeding right this minute or you're just getting involved, share pictures and interactions with the animals that you currently have. Make sure that you have a presence on the social media platforms that you choose to use, as that lets other people see who you are. It gives them a glimpse to the potential projects that you might be working with in the future, and it gives a history of the animals that you might be breeding in the future. So it's a good way to establish that core foundation when you're getting into the reptile industry, when you're getting into the business aspect of things. So this will help people be more comfortable with you as a breeder and working with you, and potentially you finding homes for the animals that you produce when it comes to that point in time. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I value your guys' input and opinions, as that's how I grow. So let me know. And if you liked today's information, please do hit that like button, as that lets me know that I'm on the right path when it comes to some of the information that I'm providing. And also, if you haven't done so already, do hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, click that notification icon, as that'll let you know when I do new videos. I do new videos at least once a week. But until next time, I'm Jack. This is my boy Anubis here, and you've been watching Python Addiction.